Hey, what's up, traders? Monday, January 30th, 9:11 a.m. Here are your morning ideas. Hey, what's going on, traders? We have the first thing we do at the beginning of a new week, and I haven't even done this yet, is check the news for the week. Let's go to. Okay, so pretty busy week this week. We have non-farm payrolls, which is a big one on Friday, and of course FOMC statement on Wednesday. So it's one of those weeks where it's a double whammy. And what happens on those weeks is usually we start to kind of slow down in the middle of the week as people stop and wait around to see what that news will be. So now that we know that. I moved out this profile here on the left. This is the daily that we're kind of stuck here. We've been stuck here for 10 months. As I move it out, we're starting to fill in. There was a big hole here. So if I move this back and show you what it looked like before, like a couple weeks ago, you'll see a much more defined hole in the profile up here. And as we've filled in, you'll see that there's less. You see there's less of a hole there. What this is becoming is more of a traditional Gaussian bell-shaped curve where you get the really fat belly and then it gets thin on the edges. So that in itself, we still got some room to run up to. I was talking about 40.80 last week, is because that's kind of where that volume runs out. But we did push on Friday into that, and then we've kind of pulled back, and then overnight we were lower. What this is looking like to me is, with all the context here in FOMC and non-farm payrolls this week, I don't know that we break out before that. However, overnight, you got good volume, 105%, and then you have the majority of the volume here on the lows, and we've been below VWAP the entire morning. So what I would expect to see this morning is some kind of a push up into 40.55, 40.60 area, and then us to try to rotate lower, take out overnight low, get into this 40.40 area where the overnight low is, and then try to start to, move lower. Likely run into this volume from last week here, which starts at like the 40.30 area, okay? And then try to kind of bounce from there. Remember, anytime we're in these thick areas, you do get a lot of rotational movement, and we've seen that. We've seen things that look like they're going to trend just to turn around and start trending the other way, just to turn around and start trending the other way again. So I wouldn't look, long story short, is I wouldn't look for a big breakout before, FOMC this week. Maybe the news is what takes us out of here and gives us our next push. But for now, I just don't see it happening. And I think that the upper end of that is, again, 40.80. You can throw something up on your charts. Like I like to do this sometimes. It's like more like, looks like 40.70-ish, where I expect the market to be framed. I would say between like 39.70 and 41.70. That's 200 points of range. We're kind of trading right in the middle of it. I think that that's kind of where the market will hang out for the first couple of days this week. And then, of course, like you can use your own technique to figure out where we're going more short term. And what I'm looking for is, hey, what have we done today? We've stayed below VWAP. We've kind of ridden the second standard deviation down. We're pulling back the majority of the volume on the lows. What I would expect to see is some kind of a push towards VWAP off of the open, and then us to try to rotate lower into 40.40. And that's the most actionable, short-term thing I can come up with from what we've done and what I think we're likely to do next, okay? But bigger picture, I always like to have an idea of bigger picture in the back of my head so that we can kind of figure out, so I don't get lost as the market's rotating around in the morning and thinking like I end up chasing the market everywhere, okay? I'm going to put out the winners for the last week of the 40 for 40, and then we're going to come out with the new 40 for 40 stuff going into the Super Bowl. Some really big stuff this week, so I'm really, really looking forward to that. So look for those videos either today or tomorrow, as we were going to wait until probably February 1st to do the Super Bowl one. We may just put it out today. I don't know yet. We'll get back to you, but we'll certainly get back to you with the winners for the contest, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, look for that, and then we'll look forward to talking to you soon.